So we are going to be creating our shapes. Okay, so if you're watching this video, you're probably asking for a little bit of help for the example on the packet of what shape am I? So to start, we start by plotting our points. Simple enough. So I'm going to plot each of my points that are given. So A is at the point -2, 7. Label it A. B is at the point 7, 2. C is at -2, -3. And D is at -11, 2. So -11 is just barely off the graph and at +2. And then connect each of my values using a line. So now I have a shape. When we are determining what specific shape a quadrilateral is we want to compare our slopes and our side lengths. Okay, so let's start by finding the slope of AB. So A is at -2, 7, and B is at 7, 2. So remember to find slope, that's y minus y divided by x minus x. So I'm going to start with my A value, so 7 minus my B value of 2, divided by my A value, x of -2, minus my B value, 7. So 7 minus 2 is 5. -2 minus 7 is -9. So my slope for AB is -5/9. We then repeat that process for the other 3 sides, and we get that BC is +5/9. We get that DC, or CD, is -5/9. And we get that DA, or AD, is +5/9. Okay. So now that we have our slopes, we need to compare our side lengths. Okay. So remember, to find side lengths, we use our distance formula. Distance formula is the square root of x minus x squared plus y minus y squared. You already found your x minus x and your y minus y, so think of this as the square root of our run squared plus our rise squared. So to find the distance of AB, we have our run squared, which was 9. So 9 squared, or technically -9, plus our run squared, or our rise squared of 5. So we take our squareds and we get 9 squared, which is 81, plus 5 squared, which is 25. 81 plus 25 is 106. Square root of 106 is not an even number, but it is 103. We then repeat the process for BC, DC, and DA. And we get that all of those are 10.3 as well. Now that we have our side lengths are all the same, we can mark that. Okay. And we know our slopes, and remember that parallel lines have the same slope. So AB has the same slope as DC, so we can mark those as parallel. And BC and DA have the same slopes, so we can mark those as parallel as well. So going to our quad info chart, we can compare our definitions, and this is in fact a rhombus. It is a rhombus because it's a parallelogram. Okay, remember, parallelograms have at least one set of parallel sides, or has two sets of parallel sides, because both sets of opposite sides are parallel. It's also a rhombus because all four sides are congruent. Okay. It's not a rectangular square because our adjacent sides are not perpendicular. Remember, to be perpendicular, that's opposite and reciprocal slopes. To be parallel, they have the same slope. Okay. If you have any questions, please ask on Monday. Okay. This is due during your first block bell on Tuesday or Wednesday.